friends, I am Leneha Junsu. Welcome to my channel that is all about enhancing what you have. I hope you're well mentally and physically. And before we start, don't forget to share your ghost stories with us, and you can DM me on Instagram, that is Leneha Junsu_. I will wait for your stories. I hope that all of you are enjoying the stories that I've been sharing lately, and I will try my best to make this a weekly thing. If you guys love my content, and just keep interacting with me in the comment section, okay? Before we start, let me tell you that I will be looking down because I will be reading the stories from my phone, and the stories that I'm going to read are sent by anonymous people. So let's get started. My co-worker asked her daughter, who had committed suicide exactly a year before, to leave her something on her desk if she was able to. She missed her daughter so much. The next morning, when we unlocked our office, there were 3 dried flowers laying on her desk beside her coffee cup. She just about fainted. She was so shocked and so happy. That's all she talked about for weeks afterwards. Like, at least she was happy. The most recent incident went like this. I was laying awake in bed late one night about 6 months after my brother, whom I had been caregiver and housekeeper for, passed away unexpectedly. I was feeling sad and lonely. The far wall of my bedroom had the chimney going up the center of it, and on either side of it was a closet with shelving on the interior to the chimney side of these closets. Up above them were large cupboards to house blankets and linens. Anyway, I asked if there was anyone there with me. Would they please give me a sign? The answer came almost instantaneously. I heard a loud thump from the closet near the door. I got up and went to see what made the noise, and a stack of books had fallen from a shelf onto the floor. They would have to had help to slide off that shelf. As I was walking back to my bed, I heard very loud and clear what sounded like a little girl giggling. It didn't frighten me at all, just made me feel less alone. Less alone? Okay. Another story. Has anyone been driving down a country road at night? No other cars and headlights come out of nowhere, heading straight at you? Well, that happened to me. I wasn't driving, I was 16, my brother-in-law was driving. I was in back seat. My sister up front just left Turner heading to Marion. My brother-in-law yells, "He's going to hit us, look up, headlights coming at us." He swerved toward that ditch. That dude was coming fast. The headlights went right through us and disappeared. We never went into ditch, but that's where those lights was heading. Before they disappeared, that was scary. I heard people lost their lives just after that on that bridge. Wow. I believe that sometimes haunting just replay themselves in a loop for some reason, because I have heard many people share such stories. Another story. My kids and I went on a trail. There were a few people on it, but not a lot. While we were stopping for a break by a giant rock, I decided to take some pictures of our walk. Me and my middle son were walking towards the rock, and on top of the footpath, there was a man in black vest, black hat, and sunglasses with his dog. Yes, it was black too. LOL. Walking towards us. Anyways, I told my youngest to get up on the rock to take a picture, and the man and his dog disappeared. Me and my middle son have a lot of different experiences. We decided to go up the hill and see where he went there. There was absolutely no one with the dog and nowhere he could have gone. It was just the beginning of spring, so the trees hadn't bloomed yet. The rest of the trail, we kept feeling like we were being followed by someone, but every time we turned around, there was nobody. I've never went to hiking or some trail, but after hearing this, I won't. Never. Another story. It's not a story, but someone shared with me that they saw a ghost one time. He smelled like sulphur, and I'm not sure what that meant. But after asking some other people, like I myself came to know that when you smell sulphur, you don't come across a ghost. You came across a demon. Sulphur is a classic smell of Satan. Can you guys imagine that? Like somebody can say that it could be a gas leak, but sometimes when there isn't a gas leak and you smell that, it's a demon, not a ghost. And many people say that this odor can be related to poltergeists or demonic possession. It is, however, said that if you have a ghost in your home, that the burning of sulphur can make spirits go away as they are repelled with the odor. I don't know how much of this is true, but also I want to add that if it's not demon, it could be a nasty ghost, or nasty spirit, just keep it in mind. This one of many experiences that I've ever had that I wish I had on recording. But one night I was going to the bathroom. It was dark. The door was halfway open when I knew it was originally closed. When I walked in, you can believe it or not, but standing in front of the toilet was standing about 6 feet tall, was a pitch black figure of a person. From head to toe was darker than the darkness itself, as if I was seeing it with the light on it was so clear. When I said something, it just turned and looked at me without a face. Yeah, no eyes, no nose, and no mouth, etc. Then suddenly, just poof, vanished as if it was never there. Okay, if this happened with me, I would just run for the hills or something. Next story. Guys, I belong to Karachi, more especially to Shah Faisal colony area near the airport. When my dad was in his early 20s, he used to work as junior engineer at PIA. It's the government airline in Pakistan, and often had night duties as a result. One night as he was coming back, he was followed by an old hag-like creature near the wireless gate area and rail tracks. It kept on following him, and when he would stop, so would it. This went on for some time till my dad reached home, upon which it stopped at a point and kept staring at him. Spooky. Now I'm sure that the rail tracks in Model Colony till Wireless Gate and Natha Khan are haunted. Weird, because like my friends who live in Karachi, they have told me similar stories of the same place. So I just asked someone, and Shah Faisal railway track is haunted, and they have heard that there was a temple there which was destroyed. Also, many accidents happened and people get hit by train, including my daily cases. So this is from Dubai. My friend told me this story and it gave me chills. We were neighbors and lived one house apart. I had 3 cats and she liked them too. She and her husband had a habit of going for a walk at night, like at around 11 p.m. daily. One night while walking, they noticed an anklet's voice. Now, ghungru is different from anklet, so they heard the ghungru's voice. Like they have these, I'll just share a picture, and they have very loud noise. Because back in the day, back in the history, dancers, exotic dancers used to wear those because they used to make these loud sounds. Delicate, but loud enough to hear. They say that they started hearing that ghungru's voice, and it got faster too. They got so terrified that they started running towards their house, and that sound was running with them too. They were reciting surahs or the verses, Quranic verses, but as soon as they reached at their house main door, they realized it was actually my cat Rosie. I put a collar around her neck with the bell on it so I can find her easily, and so Rosie was following them and almost gave them a heart attack because they thought it's some witch running after them. So moral of the story is watching too many horror movies can make you crazy, okay? I hope that you guys laughed at this last story, and I hope that you enjoyed this story. And I might take a little break from ghost stories because right now I don't have any stories, but if someone sent me any ghost stories, I will come back with a video, okay? Till then, bye-bye. Nobody in one house apart.